let's say I am committed to learn meditation. I somehow know that it will bring a good pause into my daily life. I want to start practicing meditation. How do I start?
You're talking about somebody who's a beginner, who's a pure beginner. I think for a beginner who does not really fully understand what meditation is, he or she needs to find a technique that works for that person. For example, Vipassana, which is taught quite often across the world, where you sit for several hours. Even if you're a beginner, you go there and it's a 10-day program where it's very difficult that you, from the very beginning, 10 hours a day, you're sitting in that silence. So I think, in my opinion, that's not the best way to learn what meditation is. This is probably, if you are very heavily committed, and I mean, it could be your way, but my suggestion is to start slow and to find a technique which gives you that taste of inner silence in a much shorter period of time. Let's say, if you invest half an hour to 1 hour every day, that's already a lot of time in our busy daily lives, and in that, if you could at a very early stage experience that inner silence, that taste of bliss, you yourself would be more committed, and you will find ways to go deeper into it, and you will find your way. So the first step is to have a technique that works for you, and in order to reach to that is also not straightforward. I mean, you have to be either going to a mind reader who would understand your state of mind right away and give you a technique that fits to your mind, or you could try out a selection of things which are covering and touching upon meditation from different angles, and see which ones of them you like, and then select 1 or 2 out of those, and practice that regularly. With Meditation Easy program, this is exactly what we have done. So if you look at the Eastern traditions, there are 112 meditation techniques in Eastern traditions, which typically cover all mind types that can exist in human form, and these techniques have been communicated to people across ages. And what we have done here with Meditation Easy is, we have taken those 112 techniques, we have tried each one of them, experimented with them, and refined 30 of them which would be applicable for people, people with normal life styles, and people who would like to spend some time in their lives to meditation, which can bring more silence, more joy, more concentration, and doesn't have to necessarily go into higher realms of esoteric things.